So, last time, you guys were taken into Henniker's home in Tarmer. You were told about the existence of the secret piece, but you didn't ask too many questions. Henniker and Om fed you and recounted the fact that Vorhik accidentally brought trouble with him by doing good elsewhere, and you are now all in danger from a barely known evil that seems to be prevalent in all of Falonkort. All that is known to this enemy is that they are apparently streaming out of the realm known as the Feywild, and they're using a number of means to infiltrate the realms of mortals.
I don't know why that happened. I didn't mean to do that.
Laszlo and Ugbor had stumbled upon... Laszlo learned that Ugbor had stumbled upon his father's arcane focus, Emerald Ring, and after some persuasion, got it back. He also learned that his father is actually still alive and being protected by the secret piece. Having decided to pursue a father he thought dead, Laszlo decided to be taken by Om to the place where he was being kept safe. Deciding alternatively to hunt their hunters, Sammael, Vorhik, and Ugbor decided to accept an errand by the secret piece to track a package to a potential hub of activity. Before stepping into the teleportation circle provided by Om, Henniker gave each of you a token of anti-scrying that you could choose to attune to after an hour of focus, and also a letter sealed with a silver stamp. Stepping into the chalk circle in the ground, you stood before Laszlo, Om, and Henniker, and watched them fade as the teleportation dropped you to the ground, where you landed on green grass in a sparse forest on a hilltop just outside of Bayside. You were standing next to a standing stone that stood about 5 feet tall and was inscribed with elven words that read, "Peace at the cost of destruction," in Elvish. After waiting for a time, a figure appeared over a hill. The Furbolg identified himself as Pell, and was supposed to be your contact sent by the secret piece to assist on this mission. After a brief introduction, Pell took pity on Vorhik's current state and offered to help, laying hands on him. Not resisting, Pell cured the curse that was on him, preventing the fast-approaching conclusion of his condition, whatever that might have been. Filth, death, and horns adorning his head fall to the ground around him, dust covering his clothing. Life previously choked out of him, restored, and Vorhik stands before you as the rest of you look on him as on his previous elven form. Shortly after opening the letter you were given with your newfound associate, you gave direction to investigate a job posting looking for security aboard a ship to track a small crate to its destination. You stand on this hill, on the horizon, the waterfront city of Bayside. You see an unwalled cluster of dozens of buildings, warehouses, homes, shops, and docks. You smell salt, wood, and the vague smell of civilization, a combination smell of people, food, smoke, and the distant sound of conversations, wagons, rolling waves, gulls, and trade. This is the town of Bayside. The day is just beginning. What are you doing?
Oh, it's a beautiful day, guys. You know, my feet
what's
are kind of
beautiful
tired.
about it?
Look how pretty it is.
Couldn't imagine an orc like yourself to appreciate the beautiful sky that is this.
You know, sometimes you have to take in the good while you can.
Speaking of taking in that good, I have got to get my hands on some of this mint and dracotamine if we're going to be getting on boats
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, I'm sure we can find an apothecary somewhere in town.
Yeah, we should go look for an apothecary.
Yeah. Now, so as I've said, my name's Pill. I can do quite a bit of things. I'm a gifted little guy. I'm trying to
Little,
go through. Yeah, I'm not that big.
not that big. You must be like what, 10 feet tall?
Oh no, I'm only 7. I don't know exact measurements, but I'm not that big. There's been bigger of my kind around. But see, I can do spells, but I sometimes need things for my spells. So
What
I
kind of
have a
help
really
do you require?
I mostly need one really kind of important one. Now, see, you seen what I did with Vorhik there. I'm pretty handy with my hands. I can heal a whole lot of things happening to people. One of the coolest things I can do is I can sometimes bring people back to life if they die.
That's going to be very useful.
But I have a very short window to do it in, and I need some diamonds.
Some diamonds. That's it.
Some diamonds.
Just some
Specifically
diamonds.
specifically worth about $300. 300 gold.
Dollars. What's the dollar? This dollar you speak of?
It's some weird form of currency I've seen one time.
Interesting. Could definitely pick your brain. So I'm a magic user myself.
Oh, you look very smart.
I'm somewhat intelligent. I'm definitely not the most intelligent, but I like to think I am. I know quite a
Um,
bit about the arts.
yeah, I'm just a more of a practical kind of guy.
You seem very interesting. It's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, buddy.
So this apothecary, any idea where he is? He, she.
Now, are you guys walking and
No.
talking, or are you just gathering yourselves before you begin?
Well, I was going to ask Pell. Pell, do you have any idea about how to obtain these diamonds? Like, do you go around
Well,
picking up diamonds that fall off of trucks, or what?
what's a truck?
Carts,
Ah,
wagons.
well, usually you buy them, or just any diamond in general, as long as it's worth at least, it specifically has to be 300 gold.
So, not a big fan of the old Steely Steel, are you?
I mean, I I don't like to steal, but if you guys want to steal, I'm not going to be like, oh, you shouldn't steal. You should want to do better, but I'm not going to force you to do better.
As long as your hands don't get dirty, you don't care. Got it.
Yeah, blind eye don't see.
Well, Ugbor, as long as your hands get dirty, I can always clean them for you. So,
Yeah, that is very
Oh,
true. Very true.
a very handy talent.
notice his very light colored skin. It wasn't always like this.
Oh no, dude,
Oh,
you don't even know Pell. I was a different person.
you do smell pretty good.
Yeah, you like it?
It's faint, minty, some would say.
Yeah, it's just a thing I keep in my knapsack. Nothing special.
So,
I
so
call
into
it
town,
Ode de Ugbor.
Ode to Ugbor. Beautiful. So into town,
I
walking,
suppose.
walking
Are
and
you
Leroy.
talking.
are you familiar with Bayside at all? Or
No,
personally, it's my first time here.
I well, Dustin, would I be familiar with Bayside?
Not in practicality. You've heard of it. You know generally that this is the import area for all of the succinct and a lot of export going towards the empire. More of uh, a trade area, but you don't know much beyond that.
No, I've I kind of kept to myself for these past couple years. This is really my first big foray out into the world.
So how did you
But
learn? How did you learn your spells? Do you just study them by books? Experience?
uh, no, not really that. I'm a devotee to Saloon. She kind of blesses me with things, abilities.
Interesting.
So
I'd like to learn more about that.
do you worship this saloon, or
Yes. I like point to like the rosary beads and stuff. Like this is the symbol of her. She is Our Lady of the Moonlight. Well, she doesn't have to be like, I'm not trying to force anything on you, but she is my lady.
Interesting way of putting that.
yeah, I prefer not to own my gods.
Well, she owns me, I guess. These are her gifts. They're not really my own innate born gifts or anything.
So you're not even special then.
I
What
I can
we
do
got
it.
this guy here for?
I can do it.
Unfortunately, orcs aren't taught manners at childbirth.
I will show you. And I'm just gonna. Let me see. I'm just gonna make like a symbol, and then this little like fucking little shining, glowing like glyph will appear above me. I'm just giving myself vigilant blessing.
All right.
Tell me a little bit about vigilant blessing. What all do you get with that?
Just get advantage on. You give one creature you touch, including possibly yourself, advantage on the next initiative roll the creature makes. She just makes me a little bit more aware of myself. She helps.
Must be nice. I've learned over the past several days traveling with this gang that all this hooky kooky magic crap might be worth something.
It's handy.
You very well
Saved my
may be.
life. Saved my life and many others' life.
So you say you can do all kinds of things magical, right? You cured Vorhik.
Yeah.
So what exactly did you cure him of?
I'm not sure. It must have been the spell I use. It's a pretty high level spell. It gets rid of curses. So whatever was afflicting him was some kind of curse.
Interesting.
Vork was suffering from bane of ugliness.
He was pretty damn ugly.
This is working.
But you look better, buddy, and I'll slap him on the back. You got a skip in your step now.
Hey, well, watch the new paint.
So, any ideas? Anything we should do? Any shops around currently?
Well, we should definitely take care of this one's tummy ache and in fear of the big boat.
Yeah,
I
I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. Should I just buy pounds and pounds of this stuff? Like I'm practically shaking here, and we're not even on the boat.
I think you should. I think you'll
Look
be
how-
okay.
Look how big you are, buddy. You can handle a little boat.
Look at how big I am, man. I'm going to sink like a rock if I fall off.
No, he'll try to imitate doggy paddle, and you just do this.
Oh, you know, I try to mimic you.
Yeah, like that.
And this will definitely keep me afloat.
You have to do that and kick your legs at the same time.
Look, I can't be expected to do all this stuff at the same time.
It is your survival. I've been talking not as Pill the entire time.
It's cool. We got it.
But yeah, buddy, you just got to do it both at the same time, and you'll stay afloat for a minute.
I don't know about all this.
Listen, Ugbor. Just take your trousers off and tie the legs together, and catch some air and make a flotation device if you can't do it.
I should write some of this stuff down. Ugbor starts like scribbling stuff down on some paper.
Take a little step at a time, buddy. All right, well, let's find this apothecary for this little dude.
Okay, so you guys are going to
Pell's
wander in
just
town now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it takes a few minutes to walk from where you're at to the edge of town. And as you walk in, the houses become... The houses are scattered at first, and they become more concise as you go further in, and the tamped grass between houses turns to dirt, and then a pseudo cobbled streets, and then the streets become more aligned, and they become more structured the further you go in. Before you can really get to anywhere near the center of town, you see posted on several different areas along the outskirts. Just from where you're at, there's one close to you. There's a guard who upon seeing you is going to start working in your direction, and you see other guards posted in a similar perimeter around the city. New to town?
Yes.
You could definitely say that.
Right. Okay.
So who are you?
And you see them pull off a board of sorts off of his the back of his belt. Apparently, was hanging on something on the back of his belt. And on the board there has been adhered a stack of parchment. He pulls a stick from behind his ear, and he holds it to the paper. Judges the sun in the sky, kind of gives an estimate, writes something down, tries to think for a second, probably about the date, writes down the date, turns the paper around. Here, sign in here. Write in common, preferably, your name and your intention here, and your date of expected departure here. And he's holding out the board. Who's going to do anything about that?
Pell will grab it, put it in his big hand, put it up to his face, and is squinting down at it and is rotting. Oh, this is a very tiny pencil. Pen.
It is sized for humans, more or less. I apologize.
It's alright. He's just gonna put Pell and L seeking work within the next day or so.
Okay.
Do I pass it back? Is this
I would need an input from everyone here.
Alright, here you go.
I'm gonna reach in. Do we need to sign it as well?
Yes, every person individually, please.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
just
are
let me have
illiterate,
it.
I can transcribe for you.
Do I look like? Do I look like an orc to you, bro?
I
Okay.
simply offer.
Let me have the parchment, sir.
Here you go, buddy.
Jesus. So I'm gonna just sign it, Sammael, and my intentions are to looking for work and to visit the shops. I want to reach it to Ugbor.
Do you need help, buddy?
Ugbor puts away the notes he was literally just writing in front of you all,
That's what I was thinking. Oh
takes
my
the
God.
notes, and I hand them
Oh,
back to the
man.
guard, and I say, "Sorry, man, I'm illiterate. Can you write for me?"
He needs a little bit
He
of
takes
help.
the board and squints at you. Certainly. What is your name?
Ugbor.
Right, and I'm going to assume the spelling. What is your purpose in town?
Work.
Fair enough. And your expected date of departure?
Work.
Jeez.
Working until work is found. Noted. Thank you very much. And he hands the board to Vorhik, who takes it, scribbles down. If anybody's behind him in the lineup, you can see him write Vorhik, work, tomorrow, and then hands it back real quick. Thank you very much. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please feel free to enjoy your stay in our city.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Do you know where an apothecary would be at around here?
We don't have a dedicated apothecary per se, but there's the Twitling Spice, a little bit towards the north of town on the outskirts. If you're looking for something more generalized, you can always hit up the Rat Barrel, or even some of the maybe the food establishments can give you some raw ingredients.
Do you know of any place where we could get our hands on some dry cotamine?
And mint.
Mint.
Probably that spice place.
Yeah, you're definitely looking at the Twitling Spice for that, and if not, they can probably direct you from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Appreciate it, sir.
Ugbor pulls back out the notes he was scribbling on.
Well, good day.
As we're walking away, I'm going to whisper to Pell, wow, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Are you all talking about me?
No.
I think that guy was racist.
Hey, I don't think that guard ever once insinuated that orcs couldn't write.
I think it's me.
He did. He just went with it, though. So, like, while they're going, like, Pell is intentionally, not really intentionally, but, like, absent-mindedly just, like, looking at every shop and, like, staring in every window. Wow. That's neat.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh my god.
You get a +7 to per, dude. Good lord.
Yeah.
Night. All right. So yeah, as you're traveling, you are just taken in by the sights. You enjoy the smells of civilization. You see the food being cooked and baked, and you see windows full of garments and art and other displays and things. The stores that catch your name are the Cut Corners Jewelry, Bayside Sundry and Pantry. There's Crafted Eloquence, the store that had the very fine clothes. There are a couple other stores that seem to be unnamed, but they have different things like baked goods. You can see that one's obviously a bakery. One apparently deals in books, but to what degree you're not sure. Maybe it's a library, maybe it's a place that sells books. And eventually, as you walk by all these stores, you hear somebody yelling in the distance. It's distant at first, but as you start walking, it gets a little bit louder. Rumors of revelationist groups forming in wilds against Empire. Northern territories grow in danger. Keep your distance. And he carries on for a little bit. If you want to stop, you could hear more.
Can you say that again? Because you were kind of cutting in and out for me.
Oh, sorry.
You
heard the crier say, rumors of revolutionist group forming in wilds against Empire. and northern territories growing in danger. Keep your distance.
Revolutionists in the north.
Revolutionaries in the north. Keep your distance.
Mhm.
Keep your distance.
Well, that's exactly what I don't want to do.
Pell will walk over to him. What are you screaming
Incredible
about?
inventions in shale. Prototypes soon available for purchase at the Crackling Flint. Pardon me. What were you saying, sir?
What was
tell
that about?
This is a young dwarf who is, although young, his hair seems a little sparse. He has a beard but no mustache connecting. His beard is only about 4 or 5 inches long.
Excuse me, buddy. What was that you were mentioning about revolutionaries?
And he holds up the paper that he's reading from, because he's holding a stack of paper, and he's not quite at eye level, not by any means, but he's taller than a dwarf would typically be, which is more comfortable for you to speak to. But it's because he's standing on a small box that he carried into town with him, and he points to the paper that he's been reading from. Rumors of revolutionist group forming, and he's pointing out each word. In wilds against empire. That's all I know. I'm given the paper I read it.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think I heard you good enough, but just wanted to make sure.
Where do you get these papers?
I get them daily from the town guard.
Well, thank you for the information, buddy.
Anytime. It's what I'm here for. Transient delegate, always looking for runners. Payment upon completion of delivery. Contracted bounties listed for contract breakers. Fighting
You're
pit
awful.
grand champion Trogan accused of cheating. Arena master says, quote, rules cannot be broken where none exist. Cheating claims are invalid. End quote.
Goodbye, buddy. Start walking away.
He nods at you, and you hear one more as you leave. Lost Parrot answers to the name Senjin. Reward 25 gold if found. See Weatherby Estate for reward. And by this point, you are out of earshot to absorb anything he's actually saying.
That was the tallest dwarf I've ever seen.
Oh, it was just the box, buddy.
Oh, well, how perceptive I am, huh?
I'm pretty good at that. He points to the glasses. Got a good eye.
So, how old are you?
Oh, I'm an old guy.
You seem very
I've been
wise.
I'm hold on. I forgot how old I am. 210 years old.
Jeez. Well, you definitely look it.
Thank you.
Is that normal for your kind to live this long?
Oh yeah. We live for centuries. Just like you, buddy. And he points to like Vorhik and Sammael.
Except we age more fairly.
Well, I don't know. I got a pretty good beard going on.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I had your beard. I like your ears.
Hey, ho there, hey. And he'll just start singing in Elvish.
After about 20 minutes of walking, you've walked almost the entire breadth of the city, at least from where you entered the city to the doorstep of the Twiddling Spice, which slowly comes into view, but is plain enough to find once you are walking along the main draft that is parallel to the ocean.
Here it is.
So is this the apothecary?
Oh, it's some spice place.
Some spice place. Interesting.
We'll be able to
Well,
get something for him at least.
Let's take
Yeah,
a
I
look
suppose
inside.
this'll do.
It's a small,
Let's take a look inside.
it's a small
Curious.
Tudor-style house. The beams are stained in that standard style where it's darker than the pale walls that have been kind of pasted together. There are just a few windows in the building, one of them being tall up on the door, and there's one small narrow window that doesn't function to let view in, but more just light and for aesthetic. The door is open at this time. It's been propped open with a block of wood, and you can see inside that there are just wooden floors, some tables, and boxes of things just inside the door.
Pale forgets that he's so big and smacks his head into the door frame when he's walking in. He like forgets to duck down. Oh fuck!
Wow, watch it there, big guy.
Oh my head.
You okay? You want me to rub your back?
It's all right.
Okay, good.
It's
I
been
didn't
so
want to
long.
anyways.
I forgot that people are smaller than me. He like duck his head down and walk in.
You hear a small voice come from your left as the door was set primarily on the right side of the front-facing the building. Hello, welcome to Twitling Spice. I'm Audra. If you need anything at all, you can just let me know. And all of you are hit immediately with this overwhelming scent of just thick spice in the air. It's once you get past the how strong it is, it's a very pleasant smell. Smells of nutmeg, cinnamon, mint, clove, garlic, other things just fill the air with scents that could be used for many different purposes.
Yes, actually. I was hoping that I could find some... Hold on a minute. Ugbor pulls out his scribbled notes, and he squints at it real hard. Do you have any mint?
Oh yes, we certainly do. I can put you a sprig or two. Do you know how much you need?
A lot.
Okay, how much is a lot? And she walks past you to a bin like 4 feet down from the main counter where you stopped and spoke to her. And this bin is probably 8 inches deep and 2 feet long. And she gestures towards the giant bin full of green that is next to several other bins of similar, almost identical size, but are containing different spices and herbs.
How much for a pound?
Well, you got to remember the spice of a leafy nature is very light, so a pound is going to be a great volume, but a pound would cost you probably 5 gold at that volume.
Wow, that's pretty steep.
And she kind of digs her fingers in and lifts up like this giant cabbage head-sized bundle of mint. It would be about this much. And she kind of flops it back down and flings her fingers.
Let's see. I look around in my backpack. Looks like I have some room. Anyway, I could get that for 4 gold, 50 silver.
Make a persuasion check.
Wow, this guy is cheap.
Oof.
Sorry, sir. My margins aren't very great on such things. I have to insist on the 5 gold for that much. That's quite a lot.
Oh, alright. I guess it's worth it. I need it anyway.
Okay. And she walks over and gets a paper bag and walks back over to the display and starts to scoop in handfuls of mint. Is there anything I can get you while I'm laying this out?
You don't happen to also have trichotomine, do you?
Oh, you dracotomy berries?
Yeah.
Sure. I think we have some of those left. They're not really in season, but we do keep some dried. And she brings the hefty bag of mint over to the counter, places it on one side of a scale, and starts adding in little bits and pieces to weigh it out, and eventually it kind of balances. And she takes the mint off of the scale. The heavy side drops, and she scoops her weights out of that other side, folds the bag over, and ties a a piece of twine around the top of it to keep it sealed in a kind of a nice way. Like the twine was pulled taut against the rim, it was folded down over itself and then tied in a knot behind the way she folded it. And putting her stuff away, she puts that on the counter and then walks to the very back corner of the store, directly back from the door where you guys walked in. And in that area is a section for dried fruits and berries, a small amount of jerky, and some other nuts and things. And she finds a very small bundle that it wasn't even out for display. It was like tied in a little bag, a little cloth sack that's only about the size of your fist. It was kind of laying behind one of the bins that was out there. She opens it and looks in, nods to herself, comes back over. I have just a small little portion here, but you can certainly purchase it for this little bit. Being out of season, it has been here for a minute. We'll call it 50 silver.
50 silver sold. I'll take that too.
Excellent. Well, there you go. If you want anything else, I'm always here. Again, my name is Audra.
Okay, Audra. While I am here, I'm told that by stewing or steeping these two things, the berry and the mint, I can create an elixir that will stave off seasickness. Do you know if there's any truth in that?
Yes, it's quite common. I assume that's what you're doing. For those who need it, and some prefer to make it their own way. Some choose to buy it in pre-made portions. I don't have any here, but you could have bought it elsewhere if you wanted to get it pre-made. Although they're probably more expensive that way. It's not very difficult. You take equal portions of the berries and the mint, probably just a pinch of each. Put them in a cheesecloth if you have it, or if you want to just filter the drink after, you can certainly do so. But just a small pinch of each in a cup, poured hot water over it to make a tea of sorts. Let that steep for about, I usually go for about 10 minutes or so. And after it steeps, you remove the ingredients and add sugar to taste if you like. But sips that casually, and that should settle your stomach for quite a while, for about a couple hours.
Awesome. That sounds good. And then I lean forward real close, and I go, "Is there anywhere we can get some booze to put in it?"
I mean, that's always an option. It doesn't mix well, to my experience, but I'm sure you could finagle a bottle from one of the local eateries, the Draft House or Bob and Cork or somewhere.
All right. Thank you for the info.
Hey, Ugbor, buddy. I can help you make that. I got this little. He'll like jingle in his backpack. I got a little. I can make some potions and with some herbs and stuff.
That sounds pretty lucky that we met then.
I don't know what your affinities are. It definitely wouldn't mesh at all. But if you so choose, if you're looking for any kind of alcohol, I'm assuming you guys are new to town, because most are in this area. But there is a shop down the way. It's a little bit out of town, just a spell. Just to walk. You have to go behind the trail next to the guard shack. Head down there about 3 minutes. There is the Glengo Winery. They make a very nice red wine that might suit you well if you're into that.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Pill bend down real close to like her ear. You know where any halfling leaf is? just for anxiety.
No judgment there. You're a little in my bubble. I'm going to step back a little bit. Totally fine though.
Sorry.
It's all right. If you're looking for that, you're probably looking for the Sanguine Smoke Shop. That is on the south side, just before you leave town. It's on the Outward Bound Trail.
Thank you so much.
No trouble at all. Can I get
Pill
anything
lock.
else for you here while you're here? Any preservative, spice, salt, or anything like that?
I'm good.
No? Okay. Well, we will always be here at Twiddling Spice to serve any needs you have.
You all should keep talking. I'm trying to count over here. 1,
Oh,
That's gonna take you forever.
2.
you're just on 2?
I lost track. Now I gotta start over. 1.
This is embarrassing.
Ugbor pulls together 5 gold and 40 silver and hands it over.
Yes, thank you very much. Here is your pouches there. We'll always be here for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You cheat. So, any other shops nearby?
I feel like we should try that herb, the one I was thinking of for your anxiety, buddy. It might help. Where the hell Channing go?
He was in
Was
here for
he
a
in
minute.
here?
I don't know where he went.
He decided he didn't want to play with us.
Fuck this.
He popped in. He's like, "Guys, a shopping episode."
There goes my mood. My elf is now sad.
He's just T-posing in the background. We could go try that one place and get some wine.
I think we should go get the halfling leaf first.
Does that sound okay, Ugbor?
I was going to ask for where I could buy a pipe from. Smoke my tobacco.
I think probably in the place where we get that. It said it was a smoke shop.
Well, I think this is a very good opportunity.
Yep. I am down.
We should. Let's go.
It only takes you a short while to ask around to figure out where the guard post is, and once you're there, you see the trail that was mentioned to you pretty easily. It's well maintained and not too off to the side. As you're walking past, though, you do notice that this apparently is where the job board is. There is a sign that's about 5-6 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and is on 2 posts. And on that there is a bunch of different paper that's been tacked to the front of the plank. But the trail is before you.
Well, here it is. Start heading down it.
I'm sorry. You said you wanted to go to the Sanguine Smoke, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The trail I'm sorry, that's my fault. The trail before you goes to the Glengo Winery, but headed this direction further south, just circling around the outskirts of town, brings you to the southward bound trail, and just outside of the trail, on the last corner before it just heads off into the wilderness, you see this large building. It's not very intricate, but it is rather large, and one story, probably about 50 feet in one direction, 25 in another. There's a small porch with an awning and a door beyond that, and in the front of it has been painted on the front of the building Sanguine Smoke in a red color.
Aha! We found it.
Wow, this place looks snazzy.
Sanguine. Start walking in.
As you walk in, you hear a ding 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 as the bell on the door signals your entrance.
He hits his head on the door again. Damn it!
The bell jingles again with your head.
Ugh,
Pelly, you gotta pay attention, man.
I keep forgetting.
Welcome to Sanguine Smoke. What can I get for you today? The voice comes from almost behind you. You didn't expect it. To kind of surprises you, but you turn around and just to the side of the door. The door led to a foyer that led into inside, and apparently the structure of this building beside the foyer to the left is the front desk of this area. And behind that there is this tabaxi, older lady, who is smiling at you with a very toothy grin.
Hello.
Hello. She has her head in her hands and she's looking at you, just smiling. You're very tall.
Thank you. I am.
And she says,
You're quite furry.
thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Have you come into
It's
shop?
devolving so fast.
Have you come into shop or just... And she looks you up and down. Look around.
Well, my little buddy back here, he's got a little bit of anxiety. Now we're trying to alleviate that with some halfling leaf.
Oh, I have a great number of things that could help with that. She starts twiddling a piece of either a pencil or something that she's had on
You
her
hear
desk in
that,
front of
buddy?
her fingers.
Yeah, nah.
She
Definitely halfling leaf.
she looks at Ugbor. Do you have a preference on consumption? Do you like smokes, powders, injectables, liquids?
Oh my goodness, this is too much.
Whatever I can eat.
Edibles, I see. Well, all along this aisle here, and she gestures towards the aisle just second to where you were facing already. Down there you can see a bunch of our different flavors, strengths, and ingredients in our edible concoctions. They are listed with their family of effects, if you will. Some open your mind, some relax you, some, well, they're labeled. You'll see.
Well, I'm just gonna look at Pops.
So what would you
This is
recommend?
pretty-
What is your particular ailment? You have not said so much.
I have no
Crippling.
ailments.
Destructive seasickness.
I just want to enjoy life.
She walks around the counter and slowly walks up to you as you speak. Seasickness. Have you been on the water before?
Let's see. Counting that one time when I was like a baby, I'm gonna say never, not once, not in ever. Like water is gross.
So
How do you even know you have
how
seasickness,
do you
buddy?
know you are seasick if you've never been?
Right?
Things sink in the water. There are big fish in the water. Why would anybody go out there?
Fear is an equivalent to sickness.
You're
Look,
mentally
I
sick of the
just-
sea.
I need stuff in my corner if I'm gonna do this.
Just
It
as
is
a
the insurance,
precaution.
guys.
As a precaution,
Just-
you say?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could do something for that, but you never know. And she gets up to you and walks her hand up your chest, just her fingers. You never know until you try something for the first time. Follow me, and she flicks your chin with her one of her paw, and she walks down the aisle she directed you towards. And you see a couple different bins. These bins have small pouches of things bounded in either cloth or leather. and they're labeled. As you walk by them, you see some have almost everything here is labeled with art. The tags all have different drawings along with descriptions and prices on them. There are things um, for relaxation that have little Z's and closed eyes on them. There are things that have like all-seeing eyes and stuff on them. And she directs you to one that has the picture of a hand-drawn anatomical stomach on it, and she picks up a small leather pouch. The bins are sectioned off, by the way. There's small pouches in the front, then there's a slat, there's bigger pouches, and then bigger pouches beyond that. She picks up one of the smallest pouches in the front of this one that is labeled for sickness, and hands it to you. Ugbor.
Thank you. What do I owe you?
First one's on the house. Consider it a sample.
Okay.
She hands you the pouch, so you feel it with your fingers a little bit while trying to distract yourself a little bit, and you can feel there's probably 3 pieces of whatever are in this pouch. In the pouch, no bigger than your thumbnail.
Okay. Well, I doubt I'll ever come back, but if I do, I'll let you know how it goes.
Well, please don't be a stranger.
She seems like a nice lady, Ugbor. Is it?
Nah, fam.
I heard you were looking for pipes, Mr. Elf. Those are over in that section with the furniture and other hardware that we sell. And she directs you towards the back left side of the store.
I'm looking for something very long and dramatic.
Okay, there's several great varieties over there. There are small, everything ranges in different types of woods to the shape. Some are carved with vines and ivy. Some have just knots and symbols on them. Some are, some are short. Some are long. Some have very deep smoke wells in them. Anthony, you can correct me if my pipe anatomy is wrong, but there's some have very large wells in them. Some not so much. There is a couple, if you're looking for longer ones, there's a couple that are made of a couple different types of wood. Like it's made of a darker wood, then that stops and it expands into a lighter golden colored wood, and that stops, and then it goes back to the dark colored wood for the mouthpiece. And some of those are banded, like gilded a little bit with gold and silver bands. There's one in particular that is on a special display that has it's a pipe, but it has 3 different branches in it where you can tuck 3 different smokables into it, and they can all be smoked simultaneously for whatever purpose.
Can I hold that one?
You can. You pick it up. It's a little bit heavier than you expected. It's made of apparently a very dense wood. It's very intricately engraved, and each pipe has a I guess you would call it a pipette coming off the main stalk. Each one has a slightly different attribute to it. They're all made of the same wood, but the accent wood that's put into this has been carved in different intricate ways. One has a spiral coming down clockwise off of the main spike to encompass the bowl in a hand type of look to it. The other one has a shocked pattern to it, like it's like you'd see the electrocuted wood, how it has that spiny look to it. It has that, but that has been embossed with silver. And the third one has very delicate swirls that just waft in and out of the design all the way up until the bowl. This is all one piece, and it weighs probably about 2 pounds.
Wow, this is a substantial piece here. What's the price on it?
Oh, she didn't walk back here with you.
Oh, that's ass. Can I like yell for her? Lady,
Yeah, that's what she wants.
lady, please come back here.
Sin Cara is my name. Thank you.
Oh, well, gracious to meet you, Sankara. So, anyways, as I was sitting here talking to myself previously, glad to have you here. So, this beautiful pipe we have here, what is the asking price for it?
This is a very expensive piece you have chosen. It is very good to try different combinations of things, and this makes that a little easier for those who are curious or just, well adjusted, we'll say. That one also has some innate enhancement properties to it with the arcane engravings on it, if you didn't notice. Anything you put in the pipe will be just ever so fractionally well enhanced, stronger in some ways, weaker in others, purified and more enticing. That piece goes for 50 gold.
Belnell just finds like a Gandalf pipe and is like, this looks neat.
A very elegant piece. That one is 2 gold if you would like it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Simple.
Nothing
So,
wrong with
yes.
simple. Sometimes
I believe this one's perfect.
very well. Feel free to shop around when you're ready. Just bring all of your items to the front and we'll just do it all at once.
So, about that halfling leaf.
Oh yes, that is right towards the front. Forgive me, we got distracted. It is right near the front before you leave. It's pretty common and within eyeshot of the door.
Oh, perfectly fine. He'll just waddle up that way.
You wander up there, you see the same setup. There are wooden bins, very similar to the spice store, but this one, they're not quite as long or deep. They're more, well, they don't have quite as much volume. And they are sectioned off with small, medium, and large bags.
Large, please.
Very good. Would you like that standard flavor or any kind of attunement? We have ones with strawberry leaf blended in, some raspberry scent. Anything like that?
Regular will be okay.
Very well. 1 large bag. That will be 1 gold, please.
Alrighty.
For your total, that would be 3.
Alright. Thank you very much, Sindara.
She takes your
Sindara?
takes your money and happily hands over your items after checking to make sure nothing else was enclosed within them after opening the bags and checking them and looking in your pipe to make sure that you didn't stuff anything in the end of the pipe when you were walking up front. Very well. You have a wonderful day and come see us again.
Oh, I sure will.
So I have to ask, how much is the long pipe with the vines? It's like it's the more elegant looking pipe.
Oh, that one is just a higher end, simplistic design. That one would be 5 gold. The main cost for the one that you are primarily set on, you see, is for the arcane properties. Its triatic spires are useful in some ways, but the main cost for us would be to have it enchanted.
Okay, well, I believe I will take the enchanted pipe here.
Very well. Very good choice. That would be 50 gold. Would you like anything to go in the pipe?
Yes. I would also like some halfling leaf. and maybe something you would recommend.
So a surprise, you think?
Yeah,
Good.
I love surprises.
Me too. And she grabs a little shopping cart off of the front of the front counter, and she walks down the main aisle, picks up one bag of this, another bag of that, walks around to the next aisle over, a small pouch of this, and a little vial of that, and walks back to the front. I picked up a little sampler for you. Everything here in bulk will be. She does some mental math. We'll call it 7 gold for all of it.
You say how much gold?
7 for the lot that I provided. And you look at
Okay,
it, and you see 1 large bag, 2 small bags, and 1 vial.
And you say the pipe is how much?
50. So your total would be 57.
Interesting. So would you take 50? Would you take 52 gold for the lot?
Make a persuasion check. You know, I do like you, but I do have to make money, and I'm already selling at the bulk price.
Okay, I believe I'll take it.
Thank you. She holds out her paw, waiting for the money.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in my pouch and hand her the gold.
As you drop the money in your hand, she raises her hand up to meet yours, and you feel ever so slightly a little claw as she pulls away with the money from your hand.
I'm gonna
A little scratch and tickle.
kind of jump in surprise and yelp slightly.
Ticklish.
You're gonna want to clean that. You're gonna get cat scratch fever.
Excuse me, lady. Buy me dinner first, at least, please.
She kind of smiles and giggles to herself. She counts the money quickly and then puts it behind the counter. First one's free.
So, where would I add this in my inventory at?
So you can go.
Custom items.
Yeah. Go to add custom item, and then whenever you get the custom item, you can click on it and like edit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can do all sorts of things. Like check out my custom item.
I have Gandalf pipe.
I put it in Facebook.
For the pipe, you can label it Enchanted Triad Pipe, or just Triad.
So I have a
Pipe.
question, Dustin.
Mhm.
Would I have gotten one of those tokens of anti-scrying?
You actually would not have, no. You did
Okay.
not. You were not in that event, and you were not given one before that.
What did you say to name it?
Triad Pipe. TRIAD.
Well, Ugbor, we can go to that winery, or I mean, we gotta. I feel like we have enough stuff for relaxing.
Yeah, but shouldn't we go try to... I don't know. But when... What exactly was in that letter again that we gave you?
So, guards are needed for the Dram Dairy. Take it. There's a box, 1 foot, locked. Follow to destination. We have to report back to Vongren afterwards.
But not a time frame?
Well, I guess it has to be like the boat has to be here, so.
But there's no
I guess
reason to
sooner
leave
rather than
like
later.
this evening, is there?
Well, I don't know. I do enjoy the town life.
Yeah, I bet you and your halfling leaf.
Did it for the boat.
Well,
You
I
ain't never.
suppose then that since time isn't of the essence, we can get into some stuff. What do y'all want to do?
Hey, wait 1 second. Hey, Dustin, can you please give me a description of this pipe? I want to have the description on hand here.
Yeah. The pipe is about a foot long on the stalk. It is 3 types of wood: dark, light, and dark. Light being in the middle. At the bottom of the stalk, the stalk divides into 3 different portions, all equal in length, leading to 3 different bowls. Tobacco bowls in the pipe, right? One bowl has a electrocuted silver design. One bowl has a clockwise twisted hand coming down to grip the bowl, just in an engraving or an embossing. And the third one has um, just wisps of like smoke and kind of just a wispy little engraving design. And the mouthpiece is made of what seems to be ivory.
This is a very interesting piece I have here, Pale. Would you like to try it with me later?
Why, sure.
Something like this is meant to be enjoyed. I have all kinds of interesting things for it. I'm so excited.
All right.
Oh, I have some mint. Do you need some?
Nah, I don't need any of that.
That seems spicy. Oh, minty.
So,
But guys, I feel like we should at least check and see if the boat is here at least.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same.
We got
What about you, Vorhik?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
T-pose in the afterlife.
At least you're not so ugly anymore. I'm pretty grateful for that personally.
He's just a little shiny now.
I'll get there. Don't worry. He rubs the top of his bald head.
Interesting.
But yeah, Vongren is a friend of mine. I'd like to get this done for him.
Oh, that's understandable. How long have you known him?
A few years.
Yeah.
I'm not really associated with that organization as much. He kind of just asked me to do things here and there, and I'd help him out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, I don't suppose there's a need really to check in with him beforehand. We should just go and see if we can see the boat in the bay. I'm sure there's. Where do they keep boats?
And the water?
They put them in these things called docks.
Docks. That's exactly what it is, sir. Dire
Where gathering
docks.
of boats is. Is it?
Pell, with your
Yeah.
perception, you would have noticed that as you were walking along the main drag, not only the stores, but in the brief instances where there was no stores and just homes, it seemed like you would look to the west and you would see the bay area. You couldn't see exactly everything down there because you were walking, by homes and trees and things that were kind of in the way. But you did notice some very tall sails from boats that were there. You guess there are about 8 at least boats in the harbor.
Let's just go towards the big bunch of boats that way.
Okay,
can
tall
see
guy.
them.
You lead the way.
Yeah. All right, this way.
Pell, can you give me a can I get on your back and you just carry me the whole way?
Yeah, buddy, hop on up.
Oh, nice. So I feel like it's time to try this leaf.
Go right ahead.
So what are you going to do, Sam?
I'm gonna pull my big, elegant pipe out, and I'm going to try some of this halfling weed.
I believe in the Feywilds they call this 420 YOLO Blaze It.
Yeah, on the back of a fucking bestial-like creature. Beautiful,
Now,
elegant creature.
which of the ingredients that she gave you are you going to put in the pipe?
I'm just going to go with the leaf.
So I'll offer
For
the
now.
big bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want to get too crazy now before we get on the boat.
Out of curiosity, how are you going to light it?
You know, that's actually a very good question. So maybe we should have thought about it. I feel like this is actually a problem in real life. It's like, hey, we've gotten to this point, so now.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can light it with prestidigitation. I'm telling you, prestidigitation is like the everyday handy spell.
I
you can
can't
do
create
for,
a
like,
spark
anything.
with it.
Could I don't know if he has it or not, but could he also use like thaumaturgy?
I don't have it. I have I have scorching ray.
So I will say, if you want to, you could create a shower of sparks directly into the pipe if you wanted to.
Or I could find something flammable and create a shower of sparks over top of it.
Do you have a tinderbox?
Please don't set my head on fire, buddy.
I do have a tinderbox.
I got one in my backpack if you want to find it out of there.
Inside of your tinderbox, most people usually keep a little bit of tinder and a piece of flint and steel. You could use the flint and steel.
You know, this sounds way too complicated. I'm just going to cast prestidigitation, and I'm going to hit this thing.
Okay. So after packing all of the leaf in the pipe that you decide to, and you're using all three of the receptacles.
Yes, top of the morning.
Okay. All three are packed, and just as a point of visual, because I don't think I've described it that way, the three are equidistant from each other in a triangle at the end of the pipe, about 2 inches apart from each other in that way. But after they are all packed, you take the pipe mouthpiece is in your mouth. You're holding the other end, and you take your thumb and kind of flick your thumb out of your fist. And as you do, you just create a shower of sparks and sparks and sparks and sparks. And you keep doing that in each one until they light, and you're drawing on it as you do that. After just a handful of seconds, you have a successfully lit 3-pronged pipe.
Okay, I'm going to quickly pass it to Pale and say, "Here, try this, buddy."
Oh, all right. I've got a question, mostly for Cody's guy. Did he, whenever he rested, did he get rid of another level of exhaustion?
Yes, he is down to 1 level of exhaustion now.
Jesus Christ.
We're almost there.
Can you heal me, sir? Can you do something? You healed a curse from this man. Can you not?
Are you really berating the man who's actively carrying you on his shoulders?
He owes me more. He is.
Help me!
So here's, and this is not like this is meta right now, but here's the rub, dude. You can remove a curse. You can bring something back from the dead. You can't do nothing for exhaustion.
That's
Actually, if you have fucking greater restoration, you can.
I'll just greater restoration.
No,
oh my god!
It's fucking greater restoration. I'm pretty sure. Fucking.
Okay.
I want to double check it, but I'm pretty sure it does it.
So you need a diamond equivalent to being resurrected from the dead to exhaustion.
You like that, dude? Exhausted. I'm exhausted. I lost.
I'm exhausted. I'm gonna burn 300 gold.
Yeah. So you imbue a creature with positive. Blah blah blah. You can reduce an exhaustion level by 1, or in one of the following effects.
Do you have
Charmed? No, it's like a fucking 5th level spell.
Burn
I'm
a fifth
so
level spell, you're at
tired.
exhaustion, dude.
This is why I need you to carry me, dude.
It's legit. But when you decide to invoke the wrath of the mysterious stranger, that's some hardcore stuff, man.
So where can I get some glasses like you, Phil?
Oh, I just have really bad vision, buddy. I kind of made these.
Interesting. The craftsmanship. So on this, is there any writing on this pipe I have?
There are some arcane runes on the bottom side of it. You didn't notice it at first. You're more attentive to the decorative displays. But on the bottom of each prong of the triad pipe, there are inscribed several small runes, barely readable, in silver.
What do they say? They say
They
nothing. They're just
they
runes.
don't say anything translatable to common or anything. They're just magical
Gotcha.
runes that represent certain arcane formulas.
So is there any special effects from me smoking this thing?
Not from smoking a typical leaf like that. You basically consider it very strong. So if you're used to, have you ever smoked Tiefling leaf in Sammael's life before?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't really know, but it's hitting you pretty strong after just a few minutes of tending to your pipe. You're feeling pretty happy.
Your first time on the back of a furball.
And I'm just dancing, just repeating, top of the
With
morning.
a fucking magic pop.
It's top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
That's me right now, dude. Maybe I'll get seasick. I feel so strange.
Does it feel kind of like your stomach's falling out?
No, I feel like I'm one with nature.
Oh yeah. You definitely you don't got what I got.
Well, how about you try it, buddy?
Yeah,
Maybe it
man.
might make you feel better.
Look at this pipe. You could definitely use a beautiful piece like this in your hands.
The only time I've ever seen my people use these is when they were injured, usually in battle.
Your soul's injured.
I've
Your
not.
brain.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
We're your people now.
Yeah, family. You said fam in that story. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's family.
Look at that perception. Well, I just don't even know what's going on right now.
Ugbor chooses not to succumb to peer pressure because he's cool.
You know what? Good
Just
for you.
Good on you.
Good for
Remember that
you.
when you're throwing up.
There's more for us.
And no worries,
Hold
I
on.
got these edibles right. What? Huh?
So, are you guys walking towards the docks as you're traveling?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
still just carrying Sam on my back.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
You almost passes up in your talking back and forth, but you do, after just a few minutes, come to the edge of the docks that line the very narrow beach of Bayside. There is a small beach that comes up to meet the grass that turns into the cobbled streets, but just after that, there is a long wooden pier that encompasses the entire arc of the bay, and on this pier-like structure, there are several big shacks that are constructed along with the pier, like at the same time that they were made together, and there are jets coming off of this pier that go into the water probably 75 feet or so before stopping, and they create this structure that is a 10 or 12 sectioned number of docks where ships can pull into port and station themselves. In this area, there are about 8 of the 12 ports are filled with a ship.
Is there like any way to tell what boats is what? Is there like names on the side of them or anything?
Yeah, going off your perception from before, we'll say that you can see about half of them, because they're not all facing the same direction, and all the ships don't have their names on the same side of the boat or anything. But kind of poking around a little bit and looking at the different ships, trying to get different angles and things, you do pick up the names of a couple. One is Pintail. There's Amity, Greyhold, and a smaller boat of the lot. It's only about 2/3 the size. Has a hand scrawled message painted on the sides instead of engraved or planked like some of the other nicer ones. This one is just painted on, and not in very well written common, bird ham.
Oh, it's cute. None of the ones we're looking for. Is there like anybody on the dock or anything?
There's a couple of dock workers that are moving crates back and forth, maybe on and off of these ships. You don't see anybody major, but you do see some dock hands that are working casually.
Is there one that's like not as busy as the other ones?
Not really. Some of them are working with large wagons of things that takes 2 of them to wheel back and forth like a giant wheelbarrow. There's others that are working solo, carrying just crates off of the ship down to its individual pier, and they're stacking it from the boat to the pier or vice versa. There's one that seems to be kind of walking off of a post that he just completed. He's walking down the pier.
I want the one that's the least busy that I'm not interrupting, and I'm just gonna be like, "Excuse me, buddy, can I ask you something real quick?"
Yeah, sure. What's up?
You wouldn't happen to know where the Dram Dairy is, would you?
Dream Dairy? Yeah, she's over there, second in the port.
Oh, thank you.
No trouble. He keeps on walking.
Just start moseying that way. This way.
Wow, that was easy.
Sometimes a kind word's all you need.
As you approach the Dream Dairy that was pointed out to you, it's a moderately large ship. It comes to be roughly looking about 100 feet long. 3 main sails, typical. It seems to be in not any major disrepair. It's not in great shape, but it's pretty fair. You don't see anybody on board right now, though. If they are, they must be below deck or somewhere else. There's nobody walking out overtly.
Anybody like in front of the boat, like in the dock near the ship or anything?
No, not at all. There's nobody around that you can see from this point. You standing just on the pier.
Well, it would be rude to step on without asking for permission. Well, guys, I am a very patient man. I will sit here until somebody comes by.
What?
I will wait until somebody walks by so I can ask if they need help.
Well, is that your plans here, to just wait?
I am a very patient man.
So you're just gonna stand right here in front of the boat and approach strangers who may not be associated with the boat to see
That's
if they
why
need help with the boat.
Hopefully they're going to the boat. And
Buddy,
I'm
I
like,
think
hey,
you're gonna end up helping some people steal this boat.
I'll ask if they work on the boat first.
I mean,
Or
fair enough.
Or Counterpoint. We could just yell and see if somebody's on the boat.
Now that's the best plan I've heard today. Ugbor breathes in real deep, and he shouts, "Hello! Is anybody out there?"
Make a performance check.
All these rolls, nothing I have proficiency in. Oh, okay.
Surprising yourself a little bit with your enunciation and volume. You call out, and you expect that if anybody was around, they would have heard you. And you wait just 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and right around a minute, someone comes out from somewhere you can't really tell from where you're standing on the boat. And they look around for a second. What? What?
Holy crap, it worked.
Good job. Hi, sorry to bug you.
What can I do you for?
We had heard you guys needed some guards aboard the Dramdairy.
And this gentleman is a slightly older human. Brown hair, cut short, kind of graying. He has a unkempt scruffle going on. He's wearing a tanned but very light tan vest over top of a white shirt, and he's wearing a rope belt that holds up his tan pants, and he has boots on under that. He kind of rubs his eyes a little bit. Okay, it's what time? It's awful early. Okay, you saw the ad on the job board then?
Yes, we're punctual.
Okay, well, good to meet you. Come on up. He kind of wanders off of you.
Is there like a ladder to get up there, or like
there's a plank?
ropes?
There's a plank coming down from the side of the ship down that meets the pier. It's not incredibly wide, but it's sturdy enough.
Ugbor pats you guys on the shoulders. All right, guys. Good luck up there. I'm gonna keep an eye out.
Oh, come on, buddy. We can do this together.
Oh no, that's fine. It's all right. I'm gonna hang out, like here.
Now listen, buddy. We got a job. It's on the boat. You can do this.
Okay. And I take like one step, and then I step back off. No. This isn't. This is not. We're not doing this.
No, come on. It's going to be okay. Just think. You seem like a tough guy, right?
I mean, are you observing what?
You look like a tough guy, right? Like strong.
Okay.
No, you gonna be beaten by this boat?
I don't know, Pell. It's a big boat.
This is a big boat. Look at those muscles, though.
So, I have an interesting question here. I have this spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is that women's tiny hut.
Mm-hmm.
So it creates just like a little barrier, right?
Yep, it creates a little bubble.
Yeah.
Just on the boat for you, Ugbor, and we just sit in it together.
Or I've got a better idea. Why don't you like shape it around my face?
This is
like
exactly
they
what
do,
I'm gonna do.
like they do with the horses.
Well, buddy, it's a big dome, though.
This is going to be like a hut for you. This is going to be a little house.
And Sammael, you would also know that it's stationary. It cannot be moved after it's been cast.
So
Yeah.
if it's cast on a boat,
It would adhere to the surface which it's adhered
Okay,
to.
yeah. So yeah, we're fine with this. Okay. So so this is up to you. So I could do this for you. It would at least make you not aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just gotta, and I start like digging around, looking for something. Here we go. And I pull out my quarterstaff, and I present it humbly to Pell. Pell, I need you to do me a
Yeah.
favor.
What's up, buddy?
Okay. I need you to take this stick and hit me in the head with it.
I can, but you see,
While they're talking, I'm going to walk up behind Ugbor and hit him in the back of the head
With what?
with my elbow. An unarmed strike.
Roll to hit.
He should get advantage.
Roll what?
Advantage because you are distracted and you did not see him coming. It's basically you were surprised in this. Roll with advantage to unarmed strike. I'll say if you get, I was gonna say 15, but yeah. So you Ugbor, you feel the strike on.
Wait. He
I roll
gets
with advantage, yeah.
that's
right,
first roll.
Oh, right. So yep.
Aw.
15. That's plus 2. 13 plus 2.
No, it's I
13
think it's
altogether.
just showing that it factored it
Oh, damn it!
in. Yeah, your actual roll would have been 11.
I'm weak.
So Ugbor, you feel the strike on the back of your head. You take 1 point of damage, bludgeoning damage.
Oh
And-
shit!
Oh, fuck, man. I'm so sorry.
You do not fall unconscious in any way.
I'm like angry now. Oh, okay. I am going to actually, for real though, I'm going to rage.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna rage, and with this newfound courage, like I just get red in the face and like steam out the nose, and I storm up that plank.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You run up the plank. You step, gone. You are on the ship. You have elevated yourself 50 feet in the air from where you were before. Not 50, sorry, it's 50 total. 25 feet from the water from where you were before.
Yes, right into the air.
So the deck of the ship was 25 feet up from where you were on the ground. It wasn't level. It was a long plank. It's a relatively big ship, and it was the way it's situated. It was just so. So you run up this plank like you're running up a hill. It takes you like only 6 or 7 steps to get to the top, and you just fling yourself on the deck. And after that couple seconds of running up to the ship and getting on the ship, your rage is over because it's been a couple of seconds and you haven't been hit or hit anything. And your rage gone, you realize you are now on the deck of a ship.
Immediately, just intense cramping. Like I just drop down into the fetal position, and I wait for my squad to pull up.
Hell just comes up. Look at that, buddy. You're up here now.
Yeah.
You hear from just a few feet above you, Ugbor. That was quite a display.
It takes a little bit of courage sometimes.
So you were applying for the guardianship job, but you lack the courage to board a ship.
Oh,
That's-
calm down. Let's not
That's
insult the man. The orc,
that's just
sorry.
one
I'll
of
have you
those.
know that on land, I would do something about that. But right now, this floor feels nice.
Listen up, buddy. It's okay.
Well,
We
if
know
you
you're.
if you wish to apply for the job, you can follow me up here and we can begin the paperwork. He turns
All
and
right.
walks up a small set of stairs that lead to the helm of the ship, where he has a small table set up for himself, and you can see remnants of food from the previous day. It's obviously not fresh, and he's quickly clearing off bits and pieces of that and reaching down to a box that he had positioned somewhere nearby, and he pulled some papers out. He's getting ready.
Well, hello.
Alright, forgive me, you're earlier than I give myself to wake up during these relaxed times. We pulled into port last night, I just set up the ad and passed out, and I was giving myself time to relax a little. But eagerness is not a bad trait. So, who is wanting to apply for the positions? We all applying together as a group.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we
Yeah,
have
that sounds
any kind
good.
of group name? Are you a mercenary group, or do you want to go with individual names?
We'll go individual for now.
Okay. Well, I have a total of oh, it was 3 spots, but if all 4 of you are applying, I think I'll take on the extra help. I think. Okay. Names. First, who? First one. He's like rubbing his faces. He's like trying to take notes.
My name's Pell.
Okay, got it. And what's your what do you bring to the table for this job? For protecting my cargo?
I can, I can cast a whole bunch of spells. How many people are part of the crew here?
I have approximately 30 or so crew.
Well, I can feed about half of them.
Is
The
that
food,
right?
it's not really good or anything, but I can feed them for a day or two, however long we're here.
Yeah, he lactates, bro.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I'm still asleep on this.
Okay. Next, you there, Orc. What's your major function?
Yeah, I hit stuff really hard.
He
Okay,
does. Look at
that's
him.
pretty much exactly what I need. How much experience do you have in hitting hard things?
Dude, like so much.
Speaking of hitting hard things, and his eyes drift up to Sammael, who is smoking a 3-pronged pipe on top of Pell as he's applying for a job.
Hello, sir.
What's your name and nature?
My name is Sammael.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
you're an elf, so I'm guessing caster.
I am. I'm pretty versed in the my magical abilities. I have quite a few offensive spells, and I consider myself to be pretty powerful, although pretty baked currently.
As long as you don't bring that on the job, I think we'll get
Ah,
along just fine.
never, sir, never.
All right. You there, sir, small one? And Vorhik says, I stab things. And he takes out, he reaches to his side and flicks with his wrist a psychic dagger down onto the deck, which sticks into the wood and then just disappears, leaving no mark at all. And
Neat.
that'll do. And your name? Vorhik. Okay, Vorhik, noted. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, my name is it's Ugbor.
Yeah, I had,
You wanna scribble that? You wanna put that down on that? Do you wanna record it?
I have that recorded already. I thought that's what I heard them call you before. Forgive me for not asking you directly.
Oh, okay, that's my bad.
Okay, well, assuming I don't have any other applicants, I will let you know. I still have to make my selection for these jobs. It's a very sensitive type of job. Assuming that there's no trouble, you would be getting paid to sit around all day. So, hope you can understand that much. The pay is 10 gold each, We are heading to the southern port of Sunder, just one of the island repositories. It should take us about 4 or 5 days to get there, I reckon. Food will be provided for you. Lodging as well, of
I'm
course.
sorry. Did you say 4 or 5 days?
Yes, it takes 4 or 5 days to get there by ship. Traveling with as much cargo as we have, and we are in transport, not for speed.
You just do this. You go out on the open water just to live? Like what do you mean for 4 or 5 days? This seems like so much.
That's what we do, but
I mean, I still want the job, but like it's so much.
well, I mean, everyone has their flavor, I suppose. But yeah, my name is Briar McLaren, and you can call me Captain McLaren. The rest of the crew you'd meet if once you board. If selected, I'm still waiting. We have 3 days before we depart. We have to unload and load and things, and it takes a minute. But yeah, I have people taking care of that. Once we load up all of our stock, we will depart on the morning of the 4th day, and we'll be making our way then. So make sure you check in with me at least on the end of the 3rd day, so we can confirm your appointments and get you set up on deck.
Well, all right.
Cool.
Would it be all right if we just walked on the 3rd day?
Yeah, there's no ill will there.
All right, just making sure.
Hey, you guys want to take a couple minutes? I need to go use the bathroom and stuff.
No problem. Yeah,
We can.
we'll take a break.
We gotta. We
What?
can tell Channing what happened in the meantime.
See you getting on? Oh, it's here?
Hey, there,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh my god.
I am here.
It's
Oh
about
my
time,
God.
bitch.
What happened over there, Channing?
God, a lot.
Did somebody get in a fight and you get to use that newfound jujitsu skill?
No.
Fuck! I was hoping you
Cody's
choke
like,
somebody's slap
"Please."
out, dude. You fucking
Come here and be like, I broke a dude's arm. I broke it.
destroy. I'd be like, alright, man, hell yeah.
I took it with me.
What happened, though?
We had a new guy come, which wasn't supposed to come till Sunday. And the other guy, there's supposed to be 2 guys there tonight that came in at 3 and worked till 11. And I was supposed to leave at 8:30. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not taking lunch. I'll leave at 8. One of the guys called in. So the one that was working is also a new guy. He's been there a little bit less than I have. Never done a new, like an intake as far as getting a new person in. I was like, okay, I'll get you started. You know, they'll be here around 7. I'll get you started. That's no big deal. Well, one of our other guys said that he felt like killing himself, so I had to call an ambulance and watch him until then. From then, while we were waiting on the intake to get there, we had a call from the store across the road and said they think one of our people were over there buying stuff because he was buying stuff with like multiple credit cards, which is, you know, kind of suspicious. And we went outside and caught him coming back over with vapes and stuff because they're not allowed to have all that stuff.
Bro, how you gonna... Channing, bro, how you gonna bust that guy? You should just let him have him.
Well, they're not supposed to.
God damn it, dude.
The guy also got kicked out for doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
See you, bud.
it wasn't buying the stuff. It's because he left the grounds and came back. But he was a newer-ish guy, so they all kind of conned him into it. And then we had everybody's cards that he went with, so they shamefully had to come up and get them. And we had to call like our director guy, like our boss. And he came down because he doesn't live that far. And he was like, I only left like 4 hours ago. And he was like, and shit went all to hell. And I was like, yep. That's what happens.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. Essentially, there was a few that I was like, a couple of them are like, I don't want to say like that I like or anything, but a couple of them like are more respected there. And one of them in particular, I was like, I'm disappointed in you. Like I didn't, out of everyone here, I didn't think you would be one of them. But yeah, that was eventful. So that I thought I was gonna have to break that guy's arm because I was like, because he seems like that kind of guy. I was like, all right, here we go.
Here we go.
I was prepared for it. Is it not?
Nah, I
It
still
is.
see.
It is not.
Hey guys, I'll take a few minutes. I'll be back.
You ain't
Yeah, I'll be right back.
doing such.
Hey God, just listen. I've been smoking out of a triad pot. I don't want to hear it.
Awesome.
Hey, you just gonna glaze over the whole cat girl thing that just happened, man?
Yeah. Also, my wife walked in while I was hitting on Anthony as the tabaxi. Yep.
I've walked in. What'd you say?
Oh, I said that while they were shopping for smoked stuff, my wife walked in as when I was hitting on Anthony as the tabaxi.
She just like,
She was doing her thing, man. She's getting stuff together. We got pictures tomorrow.
did I come in at the wrong time?
She said it was fun.
She just needs to join us sometime.
Nah, she's not public like that.
She's not a nerd.
She is. We play by ourselves here at the house, but she wouldn't do it with anybody but me, probably.
Oh,
Makes her feel weird.
Huh. I get that. So we're on a ship, right?
Yes, you.
Did we pay for it?
No, you wandered onto the ship after the smoke shop. You decided to check out the harbor. After a few minutes looking around, you saw a couple ships with names on them. Didn't see the dromedary that you were looking for. Yelling very profoundly, Ugbor got the captain here, Captain Briar McLaren, to wake up from his sleep. It is still early in the morning, just past sunrise, just past shop opens and things like that. But he was sleeping in apparently. You walked on board, said that you had heard that they were looking for some guards, and he asked, "Oh, you must have seen the ad on the job board that I posted." And Pell said, "Yes, we have." It took you a minute to get Ugbor and everybody else onto the ship, but once there, he got your names, told you the deal, told you the pay. That was 4 or 5 days from where you're at to South Sunder is where he's headed, and you're paid 10 gold each for the journey. Assuming that nothing happens, you're getting paid to sit there, but otherwise you're going to help guard the ship and the cargo from any kind of dangers. And
Can I do a rewind perception check?
yeah, go for it.
I want to know if I recognized any of the names on those ships.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Roll for perception. $23. The ships, by the way, that you heard the name of, were the Amity, Greyhold, the Pintail, and a small-looking ship that's been handwritten the name Birdham on it. You don't recognize any of those per se, although you think you might recognize the general style of the Amity as an Empire ship coming here for. It's one of the Empire's trade ships. The rest of them seem to be of the make and design of either free trade contractors or of the succinct area.
Can you? Well, I think we talked about it, Messenger. I can look for it. I don't remember my ship name.
Oh no, it's none of these, of course.
I'll look it up later and get it down.
I really don't remember myself.
I don't remember either. What was my last name? I ain't even got that on here.
Hexania.
Oh god, how do you spell that shit again?
Let me pull your sheet up. Hexina. I have some other important notes on here, but I don't have your ship's name.
Heixina.
Mhm.
Okay. Need to look up. I need to go back in our conversation and look at some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom too real quick.
What is that? Oh. No. Hmm.
Hello. Sorry if I was the last one.
Dustin just left a second ago. He's the last one.
No. Well, did you catch up on everything?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We bought weed from a cat lady.
I heard that.
Okay, everybody back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, Cody said he's not here, but he can hear us.
He's getting some nudes.
No, you can't. Send some nudes.
He said you're a lar.
Okay, well, you guys are standing on the dock of the ship. You've basically been dismissed, and you have 3 days until the ship leaves with your job aboard it. The day is still young. It is yours to do with as you will.
Well, Vorhik, you look livelier and more talkative now, and actually here.
And here, where's here?
Oh, those are some good noodles, dude.
Jess loves those.
I like the black a little bit better, but those are good.
That's the one she likes for the red. She got COVID.
Bro.
That's all she's fucking ate like since she had it because she's like, that's all I can taste.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Bruh, Kirby has titties.
This is all in the recording, by the way.
So, hey, listen. You have fresh cut grass talking about pussy. Like, I think we're all right.
Fresh cut grass.
FCG. I kind of want to go somewhere. I kind of want to go shopping.
Yeah, where would you like to go?
I feel like I need a.
About an apothecary. We also know about a smoke shop.
I need a new attire to match my regained physique.
Yeah, that's fair.
You look nice with a hat.
That is true. Are there any armorers, blacksmiths, tailors?
The shops
around?
that were noted by Pellinel with a 27 perception earlier were Twitling Spice, Crafted Eloquence, which seemed to be a clothing store of some kind, Bayside Sundry and Pantry, Cut Corners Jewelry, the Rat Barrel, and several stores that seemed to not have a designated name, but they were obviously open with baked goods, foods, and some seem to be having glassware and other miscellaneous things like that, specialized shops.
I'd like to go to the jeweler and the like clothing store. I don't remember what you call it.
Crafted Elements.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me, what are you doing?
Let's go to the clothing store first.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay,
You could use some new duds.
you make your way off the boat, down the pier, and back into the main drag of town. It's odd the way this town is set up. It's efficient, but unlike what you're used to from anything in the past, there's just the pier that curves alongside the bay, the harbor here, and has several outstretching docks from that, and that kind of arcs along the city. The city itself arcs behind that, and just behind the pier is the main drag that is just one giant street about 50 feet wide that stretches from the north side of the city all the way down to the south in one giant crescent shape. But going down that way towards the area that you know the Crafted Eloquence is, it takes just a couple minutes. When you get there, there are large bay windows that have hangers of really elegant coats and dresses in the window, and you can tell beyond that there are racks of clothing inside the store.
I want to go in.
As you enter the store, the smell of cotton and overall just thread and yarn and these type of fabric material smells fill your nose. And the owners seem to be talking with someone else who's in the store. They don't take much mind of you.
I just
Dale
want
walks in and hits his head on the door frame again.
to look around.
Oh, we're gonna have to buy you a helmet while we're here.
The store is divided into several sections based on attire, not divided by gender at all. There's a section for heavy coats, light coats, dresses, pants, shirts, undershirts. There's a whole other area of the store dedicated to footwear, clothing, sandals, shoes, boots, long stiletto boots, and all kinds of different materials there. On the opposite corner of the store, there are mannequins, hats, racks, and shelves dedicated to just headwear. Some are set up on the mannequins, some are dangling from hooks, and some are stacked um, in one section that appears to be a clearance area where they haven't sold a lot or as frequently as the these items. They just kind of been shoved in the corner.
Anything that sticks out?
In what area?
The hat area.
In the hats, you are you're struck by one that is very large. Is the main draw of it. It's a large black, long-brimmed cap, and it has a small gray feather coming up from the side of it. It's banded with a gray ribbon around it, not in any kind of frilly kind of way. It's just a plain ribbon that just circles the head with the feather tucked into it. There's another one that is a white, almost a similar style to the first one, but smaller, and the top isn't a rounded or a tricorn sort of thing. It's just flat on top. And the only other one that kind of stands out to you a little bit is a leather tricorn that's kind of stuffed, not quite in the clearance corner, but just off to the side where it's not been being promoted very much.
Leather what?
Leather tricorn.
Fuck is that?
It's let me see here.
It's like like the revolutionary
Yeah,
fucking kind of hat. Yeah,
it's the Jack Sparrow hat.
yeah.
Oh, the generic pirate. Okay.
I think of George Washington for some reason when I hear like a tricorn.
Like it is.
I'm trying to think here. Anything? Are they still busy? Is the shopkeep still busy?
Yeah, they're still talking to somebody right now, but they seem to be kind of wrapping up.
I don't know if there's anything magical.
Is there any cowboy hats in here?
They're not promptly on display, but if you looked, you can find a not really intricate in any way, but a shaped generalized cowboy hat. Yeah, it's not impossible.
You should get that one, buddy. You could wear a little vest. You ever heard of a thing called chaps?
You're a chap.
Oh, you're a good chap. Can I start putting hats on his head? Be like, how about this one?
Sure.
How about this one?
The last one chatting in the group chat, imagine that one just bigger and the feather is gray. And that's kind of what you got as far as the main advertised selections.
I put the one in the middle on his head first. How about that one?
With Vorhik's look, that we don't have a picture in chat immediately. Vorhik, do you have any kind of facial hair? I forget.
No, I'm bald because it all fell out. Remember, it ain't grew back yet.
Right, I was thinking of facial hair, but yeah, you're right. Okay.
Oh well, facial hair. I have like little chin. Hold on. 2 seconds. Come on. Come on.
Pill puts a cowboy hat on Ugbor.
Okay.
How does it look?
With Vorhik's stature and current dress and facial features and facial hair and stuff like that, as you adorn the white cap on his head, suddenly you are stricken with the urge for some fried chicken.
You start talking in a clearly southern accent. I do declare.
Damn, give me some fried chicken.
I say, give me chicken.
Yeah, as you're trying on these hats and considering your options, Vorhik and otherwise, someone walks up to you. You see the door open and close, and the proprietor of the shop comes over to you and begins in. Hello, is there anything I can get for you?
Yes. Do you have any magical items?
Magical, not particularly. I have just one cloak of glamour weave, but that's about all I've gotten in recently. I don't really commission magical items often, and only then by request. I don't get them willy-nilly or of my own accord.
What's the coolest hat you have here?
It depends on what your style is and what you define as cool. Personally, I am quite a fan of this one here, and he reaches over and gets one that is almost quilted in style. Like it's no more than just a piece of cloth in his hand, but as he holds it out, it's made of different materials that have been quilted together in this very fine pattern that kind of swirls around and goes up to the top of the cap. And as he takes it and puts it on Vorhik's head after removing the white cap he was considering, he puts it on his head, which just perfectly covers his bald scalp like a yarmulke that's made out of quilt material. It's black and brown and teal in color. That one took quite a while to stitch together, but I think it's a lovely little pattern. And very understated. Of course, if you're more in the flamboyant nature, you might like something along these lines. And he pulls out a red cap that has a little white embroidery on the side of it that it swirls into like it's this flower kind of design. Like the hat itself is the color of a striking red rose, and the white stitching takes the shape of the rose.
Oh.
Well, I mean, some would call it feminine, but I think it can go with any nature you desire. But very lovely nonetheless.
It's just a flower. It's pretty.
What about
It's
other attire? Boots,
Do you want to buy a
gloves.
big guy?
Nah, I don't think my head's big enough. Or I don't think it's big enough for my head.
Oh, we have larger ones, and he holds up after putting the red rose fedora down, he picks up a large brimmed sun hat that's made out of reeds, and it's very much a farmer's cap sort of thing, a shade hat, and he holds it up to you, the straw hat. This seems to be of a larger dome quality. If you would like to try it on, you're welcome to.
I'll put it on my head.
It fits perfectly, except for the bun of your hair in the back holding up just slightly, but that's manageable.
But I'll undo the bun a little bit, let it down.
Ah, look there, a perfect fit. It covers your ears just so.
Ah, I like it. So it's like a big straw hat?
Yeah, it's basically a big straw hat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
For you, friend, 20 silver.
All right, I'll just hand him a gold.
Oh, much obliged. Thank you. Were you interested in other garments, you say?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And what type of garment might I interest you in? Are you looking to travel or have plans you're making arrangements for?
Travel.
Okay. Cold travel or warm travel?
Hopefully warm.
Okay. Well, judging by your current dress, you might find usefulness in these over here. And he directs you down the line. He kind of guides you on a little mini tour of different sections. He kind of pieces you together a nice outfit that has a white short-sleeved V-neck shirt that has some I can't think of the word, like the string in the front that tightens it up. Um, he gives you that. An optional vest to go over top of that. He has options in either gray, black, blue, or green. And he provides some options for footwear. Some that, while durable, might be a little sweaty for you. Some that are much lighter in nature. Pairings of socks to go with them to help your feet breathe better in different categories and things like this. Boots he has in black leather, brown leather, and a cotton if you want to go light with it. And he compiles all that together, and he offers you on top of that either an option of a cloak or a jacket for rain. The cloak is a gray, silky type material, although thicker than silk and seems more durable. It doesn't seem to have any major properties to it other than being a cloak that has a hood on it. And the coat, although weatherproof and warm in inclement weather, might be a little bit much for your current plans.
Is the cloak just the hood, or is it like caped?
It's a hood with a cape, more or less. It comes down to about knee height.
Hold on a second. So I'm probably going to take the cloak for sure.
Okay.
You said the other one was a shirt with a vest over it?
He provided a white V-neck shirt, a cotton shirt, and a vest that he has in 4 colors. I believe the color options were gray, black, blue, or green.
What color's the cloak?
The cloak is gray.
So the cloak is gray. And the vest could be gray, and the shirt was white, I believe. Right? What color buttons on the vest?
The vest, the buttons are, they match, or rather, they accent the color of the vest. Most of them are either going to be white or black. If it's a lighter color like the gray, this one is black. The ones that have a darker color, like basically the rest of them, are going to have a white buttons.
Okay.
Could look good on you, buddy.
And I hope your girlfriend's getting all this so she can sketch the new character for Vorhik.
Just give me them deets.
What? I'm being stupid particular, but I'm essentially almost making a new character. Any accents on the cloak?
Nope, is just plain, simple, very well made silk. On top
Just
of what
all-
seems to be either a wool material or something else that's equally durable and warm if needed. But you take your time there deciding. Can I get you other fine gentlemen anything? And he looks towards Ugbor and Sammael.
I'm okay. I don't like hats.
What about what about pants?
No, I don't like pants either. Not
Ugbor laughs jovially and says, "No, thank you. I kill what I wear."
Fair enough, and it shows that you have a steady hand as well. And he points to the seam on your whatever the thing is you call it on your shoulders, like how you've cut it. He points to how straight you've cut it.
Oh yeah. You pick it up after you do it about 10 times.
I'd say so.
What a handy boy. Sam, you look good in a big old wide hat.
I'm
I heard
okay.
stories.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine me riding on your back and us both wearing a hat simultaneously.
I don't know if I'm gonna wear it all the time. How about just wear it around my neck?
It
Gotcha.
does have a string on it.
He'll like put it around his neck already.
Like,
Who knows?
you're going to drop the hat behind your head, or you're putting the hat in front of your chest?
Like behind my back.
Okay.
Just like it'd be like on top of my backpack, kind of.
Okay, almost done. Pants, gloves, and boots.
Pants, he offered you just standard array cotton pants, a little bit lighter than what you have now, because you mentioned hot weather, so he's taking precaution for that. And boots, he offered a heavier, more durable leather type of boot, similar to what you're wearing now, but maybe a little bit taller. One a little bit smaller than what you're wearing now, but still made of leather, and ones that are made of cotton, like a cotton shoe.
You said just lighter boots, like not color, but like lighter weight.
Yes, like lighter weight. Like they are boots that come up just past your ankle.
Any gloves?
He didn't offer any gloves, no. I'm sure you could find some if you wanted to, but he didn't offer any.
Yeah, I see any around.
It takes you a minute. You only see a small section for gloves while you're looking. Most of them are white gloves that come all the way up to the elbow, and there are some that are just leather gloves that cover just the hands up to the wrist. Black leather. That seems to be all he has in stock for gloves.
What were the ones up to the elbow?
Like a white, very fine silk or cotton gloves that go up to the elbow. Think of like a woman's dress with the glove on.
And then others that were just cover your hands.
Yep, plain black leather driving gloves. Well, while you're deciding on that bit, I'll get this first part wrapped up for you, if that's all right. It takes me a while in my old age to kind of get things together, as it were.
Ow. Okay, I think I'm good now.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the cloak, the shirt and vest, the pants, and the boots. And if the gloves are similar to what I have on, I'll just keep my gloves.
Okay. So you eat the gloves and everything else considered. Well, okay, very good, nice choices here. This is total. Let me get this calculated here. He grabs some paper from the register area. And he's
What color were the pants again? Just black.
just black out, and he's just doing some hand math on these things. It's going to be 27 silver and 3 copper.
$27 silver and 3 copper. All right.
All right. Well, there you go. It's all wrapped and totaled. You folks have a nice day, and be sure to tell your friends about us if they have any need of a custom or ready-made garment.
Alrighty, will do.
Thank you. And he kind of waves in dismissal.
Is the gray like a lighter gray or a darker gray?
A lighter gray.
Goodbye.
About the same color as that hat I put in the group.
What? Got a piece of chalk on my floor. It was weird.
And what were the boots color-wise again?
Black. Just a black leather boot. Comes up to your ankle.
So Pale walks out the door. He ducks as he walks out so he doesn't hit his head. He's learned.
Hey, there we go, buddy.
Usually I forget going in.
All right. Is there a armorer or anything like that?
Make a perception check. Uh, 23. You don't notice anything.
I got 20.
No,
Well, the 20
Yeah.
was with advantage, right?
Here's a nat 20.
no, I guess he did one
No,
earlier.
the 23 is the one I got for the boat earlier.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, so easy. You take note that there is nothing in this town that indicates there is a forge of any kind. You gather, based on your observations, that if there is something here to be had, it is being resold by somebody, where this is largely a city of imports and exports.
Hmm. Fun.
I'm going to need Ugbor to make a perception check for me.
Alrighty.
$14. Okay, let me do the thing. Okay. Ugbor, you don't really think about anything happening right now. You're just kind of like in the moment. You're thinking about your destination and about the water and stuff you're going to have to do in just a couple of days and trying to figure out how to deal with that. And as your thoughts are wandering, you get bumped and pushed to the side a little bit, and a small child runs by you. Sorry, and he ducks behind a corner.
Okay. Let's see. Ugbor feels around for his backpack.
Your backpack is there.
Okay. Doesn't feel any lighter, does it?
No, your backpack does not feel any lighter, but in reaching for your backpack, you move your hand back to that area and recognize that your coin purse has gone off your side.
Oh, okay. So I'm running after that child.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check.
How far away is the kid?
He just ran around the corner, is all you know.
I want to run after him too.
20. Okay, it takes you. You run around the corner and see the small child who is running. He's probably 10 feet away from you at this point. Being as large as you are, it does not take you much time to catch up with the small child. And you tell me what you do.
I grab him by the collar. I pick him up and I face him right to me, like face to face.
Hey,
I tell him to give me back the coin purse.
what coin purse? You see,
The coin purse you took when you bumped me.
You see, he's clearly like hiding something under his shirt. Like tucked under his arm, which is also under his shirt.
Oh, what do we got here? And I reach into his shirt and I take out what he's holding.
Hey!
Is this the coin purse?
That is your coin purse. It is
All
full
right.
volume.
Still holding him. In the other hand, I take the coin purse and I shake it to my ear. And I go, seems like stuff is missing.
Hey, that's it. I didn't take nothing else.
You sure about that?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, I have some bad news for you. I'm going to be hungry later, so you're going to be my snack.
He looks. I'll tell you what. Make an intimidation check with advantage. 19. He looks. He goes from this tough guy, I'm a little kid, kind of attitude to just actually getting scared. But
So if I let you go, you going to keep doing this, or am I going to have to eat you?
I mean, I don't want to be eaten, but I gotta eat myself.
Well, there's better things that you can be doing,
Like what?
like hunting and, skinning bears.
But he looks around at his side. He's wearing nothing but a vest and like pants that have been cut short at the knee. What am I supposed to kill a bear with?
Well, okay, so start with a rabbit, right? And so what you're going to do, and then I proceed to just brutally scar this kid with how to, completely break down a rabbit to make a bone shiv with your bare hands.
So
Okay.
Pell's gonna be walking over,
Mhm.
I guess, and during this time that he's describing how to brutally murder a rabbit. What's happening?
Oh, we got
What
a little pocket thief here.
So I mean,
Aw.
but that's all good. But how am I supposed to catch a rabbit? I don't. Where do rabbits live? Are they fast? I don't know.
Oh god, this kid is hopeless. I just set him down.
He runs off
Have you ever
immediately
been-
as soon as you let go of him.
Goodbye.
I swear.
I'm sure.
By the way, I'm presuming this was like a human
Yeah,
child?
Yeah, human child.
Okay. Yeah. These humans are so weak. When I was his age, I was already hunting at least deer. I was going on bear runs at his age.
But I don't think he's ever left the city. Maybe he probably just sucks at surviving.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, I'm all right at it. Well, I'm sure we all learned a valuable lesson here today.
Yeah, I should have ate that kid. And I walk back in the store.
Speaking of eating kids, Vorhik, it takes you a minute after
So we
that
got 3 days. What the hell are we gonna do for 3 days?
takes you a minute to regain
Well,
yourself, but you realize you had not.
I
eaten
am now the
today.
proud new owner of a fancy coin purse with some money in it. We could go and be drunkards for 3 days.
That sounds awesome.
What other shops did you say there were, Dustin?
The shops that you saw were Crafted Eloquence, which you just went to, Twitling Spice, Cut Corners Jewelry, the Rat Barrel, Bayside Sundry and Pantry.
What's
You
the
al-
rat barrel?
You don't know. You saw the sign that said Rat Barrel.
Okay.
You saw signs for Bobbing Cork, Draft House, and you heard tale of the Glengo Winery, and you've been in Sagween Smoke. There are others that were specialty shops that you didn't catch the name of, but you haven't explored the entire city.
Is there
Let's go.
like any inns or anything around? Or wait,
Hmm?
that dude said something about job boards.
And you
Is there anything?
you did pass the job board next to the guardhouse up towards the outskirts of town that was a little bit towards the north and headed in the direction of the winery, you were told.
Oh, I got the jeweler.
Ooh. Yeah, hey. We might need a diamond, actually.
Yeah. How are we going to get that?
Usually by buying it.
What do you
See,
need a
you
diamond
said that
for?
earlier. Like, exactly how much money do you just have?
Well, see, that's the thing. Not a lot.
What
I'd
do
be
you
willing to use. Do what now?
What do you need a diamond for?
So I was telling them earlier, you know how I got rid of your curse, I guess, presumably, because that's the kind of spell I used to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can also bring people back to life sometimes
With a diamond?
with a diamond.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, when I get into my backpack, I pull out this big ass diamond to be like this.
Ah, yeah. Would you care if I used it?
What's it worth to you?
Well, someone's life.
Whose life?
I mean, it could be yours. I could just not have it and somebody could just die.
True.
Ugbor,
So-
being tipped off to what just happened to you, you're a little bit more perceptive, and you do notice somebody running down the street and past you. Doesn't pay any mind to you. Matter of fact, is trying to stay out of the way of people. And this person has a large backpack on, and they're carrying something under their arm, and they're running casually out of town.
If they're not paying attention, I want to pull. Do we just call you Pale?
Yeah.
I want to pull Pale kinda off to the side, away from the others,
Hey.
and be like, "This is yours, but the promise is that it's my life that you save."
Well, we'll see in the moment. I do good by everybody. I can't hold one life above all.
Maybe I'll hold on to it for a little bit longer then.
If you wish.
All right, I'm gonna hang on to it for a while. I will corrupt you eventually.
Nope.
Let's go to the. I want to go to the jewelry place.
Ugbor, did you have anything you wanted to do about that other person?
At the clothing store.
No, the person that was running that I told you about like just 2 seconds ago.
Catch up to him. Punch him in the dick.
No, I'm gonna let him go. If he's trying purposely to avoid people, I let it go.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you not long at all to come back to the Cut Corners jewelry store that you saw earlier. No windows at all on the front of the store. It's one of the buildings that is like built into a string of buildings. But there's a sign clearly marked out front, and the door is closed. But you see no inclination that it will be locked or anything.
Let's go in.
Okay, I hit my head walking in.
Expected. Yeah, a voice meets you just a second after you get inside and the door closes. Hello. Do you have any specific needs I can meet for you? This drastically old, half-elf-looking lady is manning the counter. The store is basically all held behind the counter. There are some glass displays at the level of the front counter that have small pieces of jewelry, necklaces, and glass beads and other things. And behind the lady that's addressing you, there are small bowls and displays that have bundlings of different types of jewels and jewelry, hangers for earrings, and fake hands that are holding up rings and things like this.
Anything magical.
Jesus Christ, it's alive.
Sorry, I don't hang on to anything magical these days.
Ah!
Just some finely crafted jewelry by my husband. Are you in the market only for magical trinkets, or is there something I can get for you that maybe you could enchant?
Before she even finishes that sentence, I'm already walking out the door.
I'll go up to her.
Okay.
Just like, fuck.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Is there something that I can do for you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I need a pair of platinum rings worth at least 50 gold.
Platinum rings, okay. Any specific size? Just so I'm aware.
Well, he'll hold up his hand. I have a pretty big hand.
That you do. Come here, my boy. Let me get a gauge on you. And she reaches up her hand, not all the way extending her arm, probably not able to extend her arm all the way, and grasps your hand. If you
he'll bend down.
If you weren't watching her grab your hand, you probably wouldn't have felt it. With how gentle she's being. She pulls your hand gently down and reaches over and gets a pair of calipers and starts to measure around several of your fingers to get a gauge for it. And she takes mental notes as she looks at the numbers on the gauge. Okay, you said 2?
Yes.
Okay, let me have a look. See, hang on one moment. And she releases your hand and turns around and very slowly walks to a certain display. It has many large objects in it. None of them are rings. As a matter of fact, some of them are bracelets. And she just gauges a few of them and looks back and forth between a few items. Well, I have the material, but not the item. If you give us, let's say a day, if you wanted to order it, I could have it made for you, and you could pick it up tomorrow.
Alrighty. How much would it be?
Pal.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, this isn't a good idea.
Why?
You're gonna pay her up front, and then she's gonna die, and you're not gonna get platinum rings.
Nah, it's just a day.
Oh, Cody just died. I just realized that.
Yeah, he got sleepy, and his headset died.
or button anyway. It wouldn't take an incredibly inordinate amount of material, but with the extra work involved for us to put this together for you at such a larger size than usual, it would probably run about 70 gold per ring.
All right. I'll give her 140 gold.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I will put this back for you, and I'll gather the materials. Here, let me write you a ticket. And she very slowly makes her way back to the area she was in, and takes your gold and puts it carefully under the counter. You hear her, unlock a lockbox and open the lid and jump your gold in, close the lockbox, lock it back, and she turns up and takes the bag of platinum that she took out of the display over there. Several pieces jingle in this little bag. She clinks it down in front of her on the table, and she weighs it out individually and gets the total weight and writes a ticket for the order. It takes a long time. But after like 5 minutes of her fiddling with getting everything together, she tears off a piece of paper and hands it to you, pal, with an order for a set of 2 platinum rings.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. I appreciate
I'll
your
be back.
business.
Not a problem. I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, preferably after lunchtime would be best. Just to make sure we have every amount of time we need to polish and everything.
Alrighty.
Can I get you anything, Sonny? And she looks to Gordon.
Yeah, no. Hard pass.
Very well. But we'll be here. We've been here for a long time, and God's willing, we'll be here for a long time after if you ever have need.
Alright. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, loves. You take care now.
I walk out.
Okay.
Duck my head.
And it's about a little bit past noon. You're getting a little peckish and trying to figure out what you're going to do after your last amount of shopping. And right there is where we're going to call it for the night.
That last thing I rolled, by the way, is the psychic whispers. So when we get back on, we have 8 hours. We all can talk to each other.
Cool. Sounds good.